All right, folks. Dr. Anthony Criniti IV here, also known as Dr. Finance. We got the Dr. Finance live podcast from drfinance.info. Check that website out. But we've got a special guest today. We have Jane Witowich, and I hope I'm saying your last name right. We
Yeah.
jokingly at the Mastermind retreat she attended here in Paradise Valley, Arizona. I'm in Philadelphia actually, but where Preston Weeks was. We went over there and we had a joke going on. I called Jane Sharon the whole time, and her friend Sharon Jane. And then at the end, they figured out that I was calling them. They still didn't say anything. But anyway, this is Jane Witowich. And Jane,
Yeah.
welcome to the podcast. Jane, what did you think of the retreat?
I thought the retreat was incredible. It was something you cannot get unless you're in person. And the one-on-one attention that we got was, just made you feel like you were royalty or someone, a VIP. It was a VIP pass to the event.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Jane. Jane, you want to tell us a little about yourself, maybe 20, 30 seconds?
My name is Jane Witowich, and I actually been working for an entrepreneur for over 4 years for Day One Experts. We help businesses move to Texas. And I also started my own company called Light It Up, where I'm helping business owners and other entrepreneurs infrastructure their businesses.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Jane. Appreciate you. Jane, that leads to the next question. What was your favorite moments at the retreat? I mean, we rented a giant mansion in Paradise Valley. We had about 25 or so people there. If you want to count the chefs, probably a little more. What did you think about it? We were hanging out in a heated pool at night. What is the moments that stand out the most to you?
Well, I think the moments that stand out the most were the time that they took. We were not rushed. Wasn't like a timed thing. This was very one-on-one. It was personal. We had time to ask questions. We had so much fun in the heated pool at night. That was incredible till 11:30 at night. And I'm still talking about it. And I think the thing that I love the most is we're still talking about it. All of us are still hanging out virtually and talking about this event because it was so impactful.
I mean, we had a very close knit group here. I mean, most likely, and most of us just met for the first time. I mean, do you think that we'll be friends for life?
Yeah, I do. I didn't feel like there were any barriers at this meeting. And I think that was the greatest part. You and Preston were completely genuine, completely real, and completely honest. And it was like hanging out with family. I just, wanted to get some, Italian food or some, Northeastern food and hang out.
Yeah, what would you think of Sharon Lechter and Mark Victor Hansen, two of the top nonfiction authors in the entire history of humanity that were there at this event, amongst so many others?
Well, those two are actually on my bucket list to always want to meet, actually. And so I was a little over the top. Sharon Lechter did not disappoint with her wealth of knowledge and her poise and the way she spoke and, and how she just took the time for everyone. And Mark Victor Hansen, he is just like a walking, I don't know if you call it encyclopedia or he just knows so much about everything. And I felt like I could have taken notes for hours. If he would have gone for hours, I would have, him and Sharon both, I would have just sat there all day.
What did you think of the property? Now, this was a 5-acre property, about a $10 million property. We had every kind of, from swimming pools to ponds and you name it there. What did you think of that? And
Oh my
you
gosh.
lived in the house, by the way. You had a room.
Yeah, I did. I got to stay in the house and hang out at the pool till 11:30. It was so peaceful. I felt like I truly got away. I left the concrete jungle of Dallas and I got away for a couple of days. I felt like all of the stress disappeared and I got a huge perspective in the pool and near the koi pond and the bocce ball court and the tennis court and whatever else. Oh, and the orchard. Don't forget about that. It was very calming.
Yeah, Tony Rodriguez was just on here. Tony, we talked about picking the oranges and stuff, and he was our guy to get all that stuff down. He knows all the stuff.
I know, it was for real. I was just like, I was just like, just grab it off the tree. It was just awesome.
Thank you, appreciate you. And Jane, last question: would you attend another retreat if Preston and I, which we're talking about right now, if we host another retreat or many other retreats, would you join us?
Oh, I've already made him mark me down. So like, yes. And we would absolutely 100% join again. I don't think I've ever been with a group of people and have gained as much knowledge and strength as I did with this group. And I am definitely looking forward to another group.
It was worth every penny, right?
Yes, and probably more.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jane. Appreciate you, folks. This is Jane Witowich. Thank you for listening to our interview. You're on the Dr. Finance Live podcast, special Mastermind Retreat edition. We held our first Mastermind Retreat, about 25 folks, very intimate setting in one of the most prestigious areas of Arizona. Our next one might be in a different location with some different folks. So just stay tuned. If you're interested, follow along at drfinance.info. And I'll have some more info. Sign up on the free newsletter, and definitely more info coming soon. Thanks again, Jane. Appreciate you. And thanks, everyone. See you on the next episode.
Thank you.